Hey the Berries, bringing you another World of Warcraft guide, another kind of crafting guide. I did the blacksmithing 100 guide, and a couple of things that came up were, how did I get so many Primal Chaoses? I've got 80 in my inventory right now, and I've already made my crafting weapon for this week, which is my shield, and that used about, let me just check, 40 there. So I've got 120 Primal Chaos between release and, well, I guess this is day number 7 now, so it's taken 7 days to basically grind out 120 Primal Chaos. So if you don't know what Primal Chaos is, well, as you can see on this screen, it's used to make the best gear, bind and pick up gear. You can get them through the crafting sorter, so if you're not a crafter yourself, you can use the crafting orders, but you must have these primals. So if I go to, say there's a chest piece that I want, so let's go to plate, chest, search, and then you've got this allied chest plate of generosity. If I do a personal order, I would have had to have given these sparks of ingenuity, and these primal chaoses are an absolute essential reagent, basically, that the person must have if they're even putting in a crafting order. If you don't have those reagents, then you're not ever going to be able to get these items crafted for yourself. So you have to physically go out and get these primal chaos, get the spark of ingenuity, which is an item that you will get on a bi-weekly quest, I believe. That happens once you unlock the world quests, and there's a quest in the main city that will allow you to get one of those sparks. It's not a long quest chain at all, but the primal chaoses you have to have for crafting, and it's for all the high-end crafting gear. The main way that I managed to obtain so many primal chaoses is via digging and for the scout packs. So around the world, with this Dragon Scale expedition, you're going to be going around gathering packs and digging dirt. When you're digging dirt, you have to make sure that you have shovels in your inventory, otherwise you're not going to be able to see those. So you can get those crafted via blacksmithing. They're not that expensive on the auction house anymore. I think they're more like 50 gold-ish right now for 20 charges. Or if you've got lots of spare dragon supplies, which you have once you do those diggings, you can buy them from the vendor in Dragon Scale Camp, which is just here, Dragon Scale Base Camp at 4682 on the map. There's a Jeb, I think he's called, sells the shovels, and just make sure you have those in your inventory, otherwise you're not going to be able to see the dirt. The dirt unlocks for you at renown 5, and the packs unlock super early at renown 2. Just make sure you do that renown 2 quest in order to later on be able to see that have access to the dirt. So a lot of people made the mistake of not doing that prerequisite quest, where it involves finding a golden goblet. I believe the prerequisite quest is somewhere around the starting area where you get the you're first learning the training around Wingrest Embassy, and then you basically get told to get a golden goblet, which is a toy that basically kind of starts off for the shoveling for later on, so make sure you've got that. But yeah, Primal Chaos is dropped fairly often from those digs and things, so that's, if you're really in the need for those, that is one solid method. You can get world quests that also drop them, but that's also quite rare. I believe on EU we had a world quest, I think it was for Tyrod, that had a 2 primal drop, but I think I actually got 5 from that one. You've also got, at the end of every single heroic, every last boss in heroic drops the order that you need, sorry, the primal chaos that you need. So that is another method that you can do. You can do like heroic farms and stuff in order to obtain those. So those are like the main consistent ways in terms of getting those. Sometimes rares drop them, but that's rare. but that is the most reliable way, and my recommended method is just to go around and picking up those scout packs and things like that. When you're doing that, one little side tip there, for right now, as of this video making, there is the Dark Moon Fair, and I would highly recommend you pick up that Dark Moon Fair buff. It involves going into Dark Moon Fair, riding the carousel, and then you get a 1 hour 10% experience and reputation buff. That works with all of the renowns and things like the Sebathan, Sabellian, Rathian reputation. So yeah, that would help you a lot in terms of getting those reputations up and getting the Dragon Scale Expedition even higher. Oh, and there is one other place where you can get the Primal Chaos, and that's also from the Dragon Scale Expedition. That's the magic bound chests. That unlocks a little bit later on, and they're much more rare. There's actually a you can see them early on by using this anomaly detection mark, but you're only going to come across them pretty rarely. There's this mark here at renown 16, which I'm currently aiming for, which should hopefully make you see those chests a little bit more often. Also, there's like little chests dotted around in camps. They're not marked on the map at all. You're gonna have to keep your eye out for that. They're not the supplies. They're basically like the chests that are sometimes in like packs of mobs. They usually contain a few trophies like the Dragon Isles artifacts, and then usually something else like a Titan relic or a Centaur hunting trophy that can usually have like one Primal Chaos in as well. So if you do see one of those chests, go for it. Just like, even if you don't even need the Primal Chaos at that point, just get it for those reps, because you're gonna need so many of these artifacts and things anyway, so they're just worth hunting for anyway. But those can be pretty difficult to find, those chests, but you can use the anomaly detection mark, and you can kind of like see through walls, and they are like bright purple when that happens, but your screen does turn grayscale like this, and it's kind of horrible to play. The buff lasts 1 minute. But you can also once again get this buff from the Dragon Scale Expedition. There's a thing next to Jeb on his left hand side on top of the crate, or you could buy this from Jeb, the talent tree. That's just on the left below the cartographer's flag. So good luck with your Primal Chaos farm. I know there's been a lot of people having issues. I guess a lot of people haven't really done like the scout packs and stuff, as it is kind of a tedious thing to do. But if you have a gathering thing like mining or herbalism, it's not too bad. You can make some money along the way, get some mining points, maybe get some mining talents as well from nodes, and yeah, just generally fly around. The best locations that I have found, I think the plains has been the best for me. Basically, you don't want to go into areas where it's like this charred black area, because there's no dirt there. It's barren completely, and obviously you don't want to go in the water too much, because there isn't going to be any dirt underneath the water, but there can be some on the riverbanks and things like that. So don't completely eliminate, but don't fly directly over the rivers. Try and stick to like one side so that your add-ons can pick that up. And if you're not using an add-on to help you find treasures, I do highly recommend you use something like Rare Scanner. Rare Scanner has been a godsend in terms of helping me find the treasures, and the disturbed dirt is what you're looking for as well. An alert will pop up every single time you go past one. But so yeah, be careful of those charred zones. You can go around this greenish area here of the waking shores in order to find the dirt. And in the plains as well, there's a really big like chunks of green area here. I've had some kind of luck in the Azure span, but once again, try and stick to like the green areas rather than like the frozen areas, because you're not really going to find any dirt in those types of places either. And I haven't had too much success in Faldraxxus, so generally stick to the waking shores and the plains. Just fly around, go grab a lot of ore, as you can see on my map through Gathermate, I think it is. All these deposits that I've mined and things, I've been around everywhere. So yeah, that's my recommendation in terms of how to get those Primal Chaoses, and good luck on your grind. All the best, take care, and do subscribe if you want some more World of Warcraft tips.